The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome to TVWAN News. I'm Carol Kidu Jr. In this edition, VONC notice accepted, Marape congratulates Paita, and Rimbu named Skipper of the Week. There is no system in place that keeps records of backlog of cases, says the director. We'll take our headline story later in the bulletin first. There is no system in place that keeps records of backlog of cases, says the Deputy Director for National Fraud and Anti-Corruption Directorate, Chief Inspector Timothy Gitua. Gitua said this on Wednesday, 28th August, when testifying at the Commission of Inquiry into the January 10th civil unrest.
Each year there is a substantial backlog in the number of cases from all categories of courts, criminal, civil, land, court of disputed returns, to name a few. These cases often are not properly recorded because there is no system in place to record them, says the Deputy Director for the National Fraud and Anti-Corruption, Chief Inspector Timothy Gitua. Gitua said this at the Commission of Inquiry into the January 10th civil unrest recently.
There's no specific data or register to say that, okay, this case is closed and we record it. There's no record of those.
He said in a year they received 400 to 500 complaints of a backlog of cases, of which only 10 are attended to due to lack of funding, manpower, and essential resources.
We get close to between 400 to 500 complaints.
Yeah.
And of that, say 400 cases, we might clear 10.
He said reporting of cases is done monthly. However, when they report on the number of cases that the backlog, they get little to no attention.
The new cases that are coming in and the backlog that we have.
Yes.
We don't seem to be getting any, those reports don't seem to be getting any attention.
Gitua said the level of prosecution has dropped over the years. This is an issue that contributes to the increased number of backlog cases. Gitua added that the police hierarchy must look into establishing a national coordinating mechanism system to track cases from the start to the end. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
On the eve of Pope Francis's arrival to Port Moresby, UNAIDS has recognized the critical work of Catholic healthcare providers and other faith-based organizations in HIV testing, treatment, and care throughout Papua New Guinea. According to statistics shared by the Vatican in 2012, Catholic Church-related organizations provided around a quarter of all HIV treatment, care, and support globally. In Papua New Guinea, such organizations have been instrumental in providing health services and support for people living with HIV in rural and remote areas. The support of the Catholic Church and of the other Christian churches has not only been in the direct provision of health services, but in the sharing of information to parishioners across the country. Papua New Guinea is being highlighted on the global culinary stage as the best ever food review show. A popular YouTube series hosted by Sunnyside embarks on a culinary adventure across the country. With over 10 million subscribers, The show is known for its vibrant and immersive food explorations around the world. On its first visit to Papua New Guinea, the show is delving into the country's diverse culinary landscape, featuring both modern and traditional dishes. The journey of the best ever food review show is starting in Port Moresby, where the crew is capturing the flavors of the southern region. They are then traveling to Tari in Hela province, located in the Highlands region, where they experience traditional cooking methods, including meals prepared in earth ovens known as momus. The crew is continuing their adventure into the Momase region, exploring the remote village of Palambe in East Sepik province along the Sepik River. Here they are immersing themselves in the local culture and sampling staple foods like sago. The final leg of their journey is taking them to Rabaul in East New Britain province, where they are uncovering more of Papua New Guinea's culinary and cultural heritage in the New Guinea Islands region. This initiative is being spearheaded by PNG Experience, a leading tour company, in collaboration with PNG Tourism Promotion Authority. The project is receiving strong support from key industry players, including Air New Guinea, Hilton Hotel Port Moresby, and the National Capital District Commission, who are providing discounted flights, accommodations, and logistical assistance, making it possible for the crew to film across the country's various regions. TPA's Senior Marketing Officer Simon P. expressed the significance of the show's visit, stating that they are thrilled to welcome Sunny Side and his team to Papua New Guinea. Their decision to explore our country's diverse cuisine highlights our rich culinary heritage. He said they believe their platform will showcase the unique flavors and cultural experiences that make PNG truly special, and this exposure will help promote our country's tourism to a global audience. Enga Governor Sir Peter Ipatas has unveiled plans to integrate church-run schools into the provincial education system by 2026, aiming to enhance quality education. This initiative will incorporate church schools into the Enga Innovative University, focusing on cultural and specialized teacher training. The announcement was made at the recent opening of a new 4-in-1 building at Wapanamanda International Christian School, which now includes a computer lab, library, and early childhood classrooms. Ipatas also pledged 50,000 kina from the Enga Children's Trust Fund and promised a 10-seater Toyota Land Cruiser for the school. This is TV1 News. We'll bring you more stories after the break. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bunyamyumi.
Open lens.
Hiya, Mama.
You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magical karuki up a big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
A quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier by you like you more.
Welcome back. Book Belong Pikinini has partnered with Truke Industries to introduce a nutrition education program during Literacy Week 2024. The program includes 2 new books aimed at promoting healthy eating habits among children. True and Kai Unlock the Secret Powers of Superfood and the Papua New Guinea Nutrition Guide and Activity Book. The launch event featured a reading by former Kumul's captain David Mead, a superfood lunch prepared by Trukai chef Jules, and activities with superhero-themed costumes. The program focuses on encouraging children to eat locally sourced nutritious foods and move away from ultra-processed options. BBP and Trukai's collaboration highlights a commitment to improving children's health and education in Papua New Guinea. Port Moresby Chamber of Commerce and Industry held a breakfast panel recently, facilitating senior representatives from various organizations in Papua New Guinea to give insights into their experiences overcoming challenges, leadership and strategies. The panel highlighted the theme Building for the Future Lessons Learned.
I was asked a few months ago, who do I report to? And I sort of paused.
Sharing challenges faced and bouncing off ideas from various major industries in the country was somewhat refreshing for upcoming businesses, corporate members and individuals who attended the Port Moresby Chamber of Commerce and Industry breakfast panel discussions recently. Panelists Ed Paul Jenkins, the Globe CEO for Hazard PNG, Michael Enau, the General Counsel for Digital PNG, George Constantinu, the Group Chairman for Constantinu Group, Mark Robinson, the CEO for BSP Financial Group Limited, Carol Lelai, the Country Manager for New Progress Limited, Hatna Elek at Postcard PNG. To cover banking insights, BSP CEO Mark Robinson was asked during the panel to talk about BSP's ingredients to its successful years and challenges it has faced.
I think over the years, I really give a lot of credit to previous leadership of the bank taking advantage of opportunities that came along to grow the bank, not both organically and through acquisition.
Country Manager New Progress Limited, Carol Lelai, was also given the opportunity to speak about the challenges faced from closing 2 to 3 years due to licensing issues and discussions making during these crucial times.
One challenge that I had coming in was the fact that Pogra is brownfield, so it has 30 years. It already had 30 years of history. Very complicated, complex history, with numerous stakeholders on the ground, in the province, in government, elsewhere. We had a negative perception of Barrick, of Pogra, a lot of stuff around the environment, employees, etc., etc. And it took a while to learn.
Michael Enau, General Counsel for Digital PNG Limited, spoke about the digital journey and how the organization wanted to take the people along the journey as well.
We built more classrooms than the national government in the last 10 years. Wow. I think it's a point of pride for all of us. And that journey that I talked about is one that we made sure we took our people along with it as well. So internally, we tried to address those concerns in terms of strategy leadership, bringing everyone internally on board, but also our landowners and our partners and external stakeholders throughout the country.
Several topics were raised and discussed, such as communication importance, stakeholder awareness, and security awareness in the country, both physically and cyber. Tracy Sepa, TVWAN News.
A devastating fire tore through a vehicle storage yard in Port Moresby on Sunday, September 1st, 2024, causing extensive damage to new vehicles owned by PNG Motors and New Ford. The blaze, which erupted around noon on Father's Day in an adjacent vacant lot, quickly spread to the storage yard along the Papalele Highway, resulting in significant financial losses. The storage yard, owned by Express Freight Management, was rapidly engulfed in flames despite the immediate response from emergency services. Firefighters worked tirelessly to control the inferno, but a substantial portion of the vehicle inventory was destroyed. Steve Lane, acting general manager of PNG Motors and New Ford, expressed deep concern about the incident, saying the focus now is determining the cause of the fire and fully assessing the damage. The vehicle storage yard has been temporarily closed, but Lane assured customers that operations at PNG Motors and New Ford would continue as usual. The Private Business Committee has cleared the notice of a vote of no confidence submitted by the opposition this morning. This was announced in Parliament this afternoon following a meeting by PBC, who deliberated on the notice to ensure all requirements were met. This now means the VONC notice will be listed on the notice paper tomorrow and Parliament adjourned to next week, when the opposition will table the motion of no confidence against the Prime Minister, James Marape.
The much-anticipated motion of the vote of no confidence against Prime Minister James Marape will now be included in the notice paper tomorrow. Speaker Job Pomat announced in the chamber today that all criteria have been verified and no discrepancies or mistakes found. Parliament Clerk Carla Alpha, after the Speaker's announcement, also confirmed that the motion will be in tomorrow's notice paper. The notice paper will carry this notice tomorrow and will be distributed to all members of Parliament. The Speaker is expected to treat these as a matter of national importance and prioritize these over other business. Parliament will then adjourn to next week Thursday, complying with the requirements of a 7-day notice. Next week Thursday, the Speaker is expected to call the opposition to table the motion of no confidence against the Prime Minister, where the opposition's alternate Prime Minister, Rainbow Paita, will be named. Meantime, the motion was submitted this morning by the opposition leader, Douglas Tumiriesa. Ruth Rungula, TV1 News.
To the finance news now. The Kina closed unchanged at $0.2564 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our Kina was buying $0.2615, $0.372 Australian dollars, €0.2231 and 39.28 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, copra and palm oil closed higher, the rest closed the day lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. You're watching TV1 News. We'll have news making headlines overseas when we come back. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG e Mia. Fine PNG made.
More clean, more sweet. Flame natural white sugar. Make more.
Scale Rise brings to you some Scale Indie vibes this independence. Cashing out a total of 300,000 kina in prize money around PNG this independence. 4 fortnightly draws, 75 fortnightly winners, 300 total Scale Rise winners, and 1,000 kina Scale Indie prize for every Scale winner. Here's how to enter the promotion. Buy any Scale or Ori Rise product, write your full name and contact details on the back of the store receipt, drop your entry into the entry box in store. For more information, either check in store or follow us on our Scale Rise PNG page. Terms and conditions apply. Scale Rise, and buy you like it.
Beauty is my business, but beauty sure is a tough game. Filters are great, but great skin, better. And that's why my skin deserves the best. So I choose self-care, soaps that gently nourish my skin, resulting in a radiant look, made with tropical ingredients. I trust self-care from City Pharmacy, so bring it on! My skin is ready and so am I.
Welcome back. Pacific Islands Forum leaders have endorsed a major review of the region's governance structure, aiming to align with the framework with the 2050 strategy for the Blue Pacific continent. At the Forum leaders meeting in Tonga last week, leaders took significant steps towards redefining the region's governance by endorsing the review of the regional architecture to meet the evolving needs of the Pacific nations. The review aims to ensure the regional framework is not only relevant but also capable of driving the ambitious goals set out in the 2050 strategy. Lithium prices peaked in 2022 and have been falling ever since. Australian miners say volatile price swings are part of the growing pains of an emerging industry.
Mining this lithium-rich ore is coming uncomfortably close to the price Australian miners are selling it for.
Pricing is lower at this time, but we've seen that in the past.
Prices have tumbled from their peak in late 2022 to below $900 a tonne, as a wave of new lithium mines entered development in China, Africa and South America. At the same time, demand for electric vehicles has waned.
This is a slowing of growth versus the rapid growth for an electric vehicle demand that we've had in the last couple of years.
So far, European and American automakers have failed to deliver a mid-sized electric vehicle at the right cost for consumers, and that's seen many fail to meet sales targets over the last year.
These are very challenging to make profitably with high margin.
Chinese automakers have been able to sell more affordable EVs, but in Europe, the United States and Canada, they're now subject to hefty tariffs. Those trade barriers are part of a wider push to develop battery supply chains outside of China.
Both North America and Europe are going to become big markets for EV growth.
There are no signs of the wider industry malaise at this mine site in WA's Pilbara. In fact, plans are afoot to add an extra 50% to capacity in the next 12 months.
Pricing has gone up, it's come down, but the long-term trajectory looks fantastic.
That long-term outlook relies on global mandates to phase out internal combustion engine vehicles and renewable energy targets. But with new mines coming online overseas, Aussie miners are set to face even steeper competition while they wait for prices to rebound.
Many Victorian households are still without power as electricity companies rush to turn the lights back on after wild storms. Meanwhile, the worst of the winds have departed the state, according to the SES.
The SES out again in full force after more than a week of tireless work. Volunteers flew down from New South Wales to give Warrigal crews a helping hand.
We've formed approximately 10 teams to come down here to Victoria and just provide that relief of our crews for a couple of days. And it's always surprising that the volunteers just give so much.
On their to-do list, helping Druin resident Michelle, whose caravan roof collapsed in the storms.
I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to get hit by the branch, and I thought I was actually going to die. It only just missed me.
Winds across the region left trees snapped and uprooted.
It just looks like a tornado or something's just come straight through
and taken them all down.
Tens of thousands spent another day without power. Electricity cut off meant piles of food wasted. Gippsland communities were most affected by the outages.
And these are often the same communities. In many cases they are the same communities that were off with the last big storm events that we had in February this year.
The town of Moresby North, having learnt from their experience, firing up the Main Street generator.
These little townships here, the lifeblood of a community, and you can really notice when there's no power.
At Mornington Pier, a crowd gathered as a sunken tour boat was slowly raised from the water.
It's heartbreaking, to be honest, trying to figure out what was happening.
While the seas may be calm now, yesterday a storm tide surged up this beach on the Mornington Peninsula and washed away most of the sand these beach boxes were built on, making them unstable and tricky to rebuild.
This is an environmental disaster. It really is like a war zone, really.
Along the coast in Inverloch, locals frantically sandbagged to protect the land from erosion.
We have lost metres of sand and we've lost metres of vegetation.
As the clean-up continues, this animal shelter in the Dandenongs was kept busy.
They're all so vulnerable out there.
The worst has passed, but the destruction will be felt for days to come.
Britain has announced it will immediately suspend 30 of its 350 arms export licenses with Israel because of a clear risk that such equipment might be used to commit serious violations of international humanitarian law. Britain's foreign ministry said on Monday the decision only involved those items that could be used in the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip, rather than a blanket ban or an arms embargo. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called the decision shameful. A publican in northeast Victoria, Australia, is questioning an understanding local councils have with businesses that results in poker machines effectively being banned. He says with the challenging economic times, there is a need to consider other options. The local mayor says she would be surprised if there was community appetite to change the current situation, with the Shire being well known for its pokies-free status. And that ends our news segment. Tracy will join you with all the sporting news after the break. Stay with us.
These two are creeping into your personal space. Why don't we send them packing? Oh, maybe not.
Bing bang bing. Bum bum.
Digicel Business. We help grow your business with secure, reliable and cost-effective ICT solutions. We will manage your technology so you can power your vision for your business with the best solutions to offer. Accelerate your business growth with Digicel Business Cloud Solutions with cloud platform services, disaster recovery as a service, and backup as a service. Talk to our cloud solutions experts today. Digicel Business. Better solutions for better business.
Want more data for less? Get it now with Digicel's revamped Red Club. Enjoy data bundles from as low as 1 kilo per gigabyte. Plus rollover data, the widest coverage, fastest speeds, and best reliability. Only with Red Club. Join Digicel's exclusive Red Club today and get loads more data for less. Yes! Data bundles from as low as 1 kilo per gigabyte. Whoa! Join today for as low as 10 kilo weekly to access discounted data bundles and get more data for less. Dial *675# or visit the My Digicel app today. The Red Club, only with Digicel.
We know the Melbourne story, the minor premiership wrapped up, but what a way to start. Here they come, and the dummy from Yes. From Melbourne.
Carrigan's in, Broncos hit back.
He's got to go all the way. Adavalu Lasati. That is one hell of a run.
Club Gazelle shocked minor premiers and defending champions United Brothers 8-4 to take out the 2024 Parliamentary softball title, ending their 21-year grand final drought. The Antelopes were up against a powerhouse Brothers battling lineup that easily troubled a lot of the teams this season, but found it going a little tough on Sunday against a revamped Gazelle outfit led by Captain Demas Totil Jr. Totil got his team on the front foot, scoring Gazelle first home run bottom half of the first inning.
Tight fielding and quality batting was the order of the day for Gazelle, who only conceded 2 early runs from United at the top of the first inning. The Tony Dapple outfit were off to a flyer, capitalizing on their power batters Anthony Dapple, Eddie Chan, Ora Gimme and Paul Bogan, who stunned Gazelle's pitcher-catcher combination, Saga Gimme and Charlie Pomahone. But the duo adjusted quickly to nullify Brothers' batting prowess before the tide started to turn in their favor. The duo took control of the deliveries, restricting United batters from getting past the bases. Brothers veteran pitcher Tony Williams showed what he can do from the pitching mound, recording a number of strikeouts and restricting runners from securing bases. Gazelle to their credit kept their composure the entire inning to stay in the ground. Outfielders Captain Demas Totil Jr. and Taki Zell took control of fielding to steady the ship. But it was Gazelle's turn at bat in the second inning that took their game to the next level and literally started the scoring spree. Totil, Zale and Francis Tony all crossed the home plate for a 6-2 lead. Brothers were kept scoreless throughout the third inning until Eddie Chan belted a homer to give them some hope. But Gazelle selfishly hung on to the lead until the end. Brother slugger Gimme scored a late run, but it was too little too late for the defending premiers. Bottom of the 7th inning. Gazelle came out deserved winners 8-4 to pick up the elusive cup. First time again in 21 odd years. For the record, it's Gazelle's 19th premiership title, a legacy that started back in the 80s and 90s as a foundation club of the Port Moresby softball. In the Big Red Grand Final, Brown Eagles flew over Bears 11-9 to take out the trophy. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The World Kickboxing Federation has nominated the PNG Kickboxing Federation to host the 61st World Kickboxing Championships in 2026. PNG was chosen contender alongside China and Colombia in a three-way race to host the world's biggest kickboxing event.
The kickboxing event is expected to attract more than 70 countries, and PNG sets height to host the event. After being nominated to host the event slated for 2026, the official decision will be made during the World Kickboxing Federation's World Congress, which will take place alongside the World Championships in Spain from November 18 to 23, 2024, in which PNG will participate. PNG Kickboxing Federation President Stanley Nandek says It is a significant recognition for kickboxing as a sport in the country when he was told about PNG being nominated to host the event.
So we have bid for that, and I think the time has come. So given the time 10 years ago now, I think to me they have already considered that PNG should take this. China has already hosted 3 times, Colombia has already hosted twice. The PNG would be a country that they might keep that opportunity. So
Nandex expressed excitement and optimism about this monumental opportunity and highlighted the achievements the sport has achieved since 1997. The PNG Kickboxing Federation president further said it is a great opportunity to showcase to the world that PNG can host big events. He said the country has a facility to host such a big sporting event and World Kickboxing Federation is aware of it.
We need to also provide, information that is more much relevant to what they would look at it in terms of government support is what they want to see, especially with other corporate sectors, and to welcome those events and how it can be managed and so, because the livelihood of the people in terms of security and safety is concerned. That will always be a challenge for us. But as we go by and having their officials been here, they will be looking at those assessments. I think prior to that, they also have given the Oceanic Championships to be hosted next year in 2025. During the time, the whole Oceania will be here just to see how capable we are and how we are able to see it as an venue in terms of hosting the World Championships.
While China and Colombia have hosted the event before and are vying to host the 2026 World Championships, Nandex is optimistic about PNG's chances of playing host.
The Mount Hagen Eagles have ended their 16-year finals drought after overcoming a strong challenge from last year's defending champions Mioc 16-12 on Sunday to book the first grand final spot for this year's Digicel ExxonMobil Cup race. Eagles last made the grand final in 2008 where they lost to Murux 14-4. Interestingly, Eagles' last title win was against Murux back in 1998 with a similar scoreline 14-6.
A late try for the Miocs.
For the Western Highlands franchise, claiming the minor premiership after beating the defending champions Miocs in the first major semi-final last week speaks a lot about renewed team culture, character and the passion to play for their province with pride, and under one of their own Hagen sons, Francis Ray. The back of a decent 2-year stint with the Eastern Britain Couriers, taking them all the way to the grand final in 2022 was a testament to Ray's commitment to his game, his coaching knowledge and the ability to create that winning culture and mentor young players to develop into better players. For the Western Highlands franchise, after picking up the wooden spoon last year, this is a massive resurgence for them. Since Ray assumed the head coach role early this year, he's instilled pride, confidence and discipline among the new playing group, mostly of Western Highlands heritage, led by the inspirational captain and former hunter Henry Wan, Sakias Komati, Levi Andrew, Milex winners Israel Balio and young Waya Koi. After Sunday's hard-fought win over Miocs, Ray attributed the win to hard work, dedication and consistency throughout the season. The other key factor was working hard on discipline, which has been a shift in players' mindset.
Coming against the premiers, we knew it was going to be a tough game. The boys went through the week together. We talked about this game, and I'm really happy the boys, stood against all odds, and eventually we won the game today. We have 2 weeks by. We'll go back and work on our mistakes and prepare for the grand final. Eagles haven't been doing well the last couple of years. This year our aim was to get rid of the wooden spoon name tag and at least make it to the finals, but
Captain Henry Wan, who scored a decisive try backhand of the final period, was over the moon and could not hold back his emotions, saying it's a special feeling. Wan said he's played at the test level for the country, but this one means a lot. They are playing for their people back home, the fans, sponsors and for each other, and it is a massive achievement to make the grand final.
First of all, I need to thank you, big man, give me a strong law. So, case you want him talent, me God lane now. And the team will get the spectators come start playing. I need to thank you, big man. Secondly, maybe underdogs coming into the season, and we knew we were underdogs, and we have to, improve on little errors. Our main aim was to make it into the finals, but it's a credit to the boys, the hardworking management. People put him in effort, commitment, time, and it's something hard to explain him. That feeling is just, I'm over the moon right now, so it's, yeah.
The Eagles are on by awaiting the winner of this weekend's preliminary final between Miox and Wigman in the Big Cup decider next Sunday, September 15. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
Judah Rimbu's all-round effort earned him the nod as the Horse Plus Cup Team of the Week skipper, with the number 9 not only electric in attack but making a round-high 43 tackles against Wanu Manly Seagulls. Each round, Queensland Rugby League recognizes the 17 best performers and names the Horse Plus Cup Team of the Week. Presented by Horse Plus, these team selections are based not only on statistical data but also take on broad live and broadcast viewings of the game.
The opening week of the Horse Plus Cup finals belong to those who love to entertain. With a number of large score lines across finals week 1, showmanship was undoubtedly on display. The likes of Northern Pride trio Tom Chester, Will Partridge and Tom Duffy had their license to thrill, while Julian Christian shone for North Devils and Central Queensland Cabarets playmaker Anthony Milford ran the show in Rockhampton. In Port Moresby, PNG Hunters turned on the heat in front of a home crowd, with Sonny Wabo and Judah Rimbu in particular putting on a show. The dynamic hooker was at his best again on Saturday, bringing the Hunters to a second finals appearance this weekend. Rimbu was a busy man across the park. He made 107 run meters, 9 tackle breaks, 1 line break and 43 tackles in a solid all-round effort. He also scored 1 try, barrowing under Winner Manly defense out of dummy half. The electric fullback had an outstanding breakout season. He was at his best in front of the home crowd on Saturday. With his fancy footwork, hard for the Winner Manly Seagulls to shut down. Wabo danced through the opposition defense to set up Robert Mathias for a try and also played the perfect support for 5-year Joshua Lau to bag a 4-pointer off his own. Wabo was heavily involved with 150 run meters, 1 line break, 5 tackle breaks and 9 tackles. A huge special mention also goes to Matt Wilson, who was one of Winner Manly's most dangerous players, while Jordan Lip from North Devils and Credence Toya from Burleigh Bears were also strong. Backing up last week's effort of 308 run meters, Hunters centre Eliza Rotinga proved he still had plenty of petrol left in the tank, amassing a mammoth 234 run meters on Saturday. The Gun Centre also made 6 tackle breaks, 1 line break and 11 tackles in a busy afternoon against Winner Manly Seagulls. Winner Manly's Connor Broadhurst was another standout centre from the weekend with 182 run meters and 1 try. Reliable winger Nima was solid in his side's final opener on Saturday. The 27-year-old crushed once against Winner Manly and racked up 152 run meters, 6 tackle breaks and 1 line break. North's Blake Paskins was also strong with 110 run meters and 7 tackle busts.
He's got more to give as well. I think there's certain areas that I see that he wants to keep working on, and I think he can do. He can keep getting better. So, he's had a great season for us. So, and being acknowledged and having the Hunters badge there with the boys' names, I get proud. I check every week to see who's in there. So no, it's really good for the boys, and I just hope we keep getting their names and the Hunters logo in there. I think.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
That's it for sports. Over to you, Carol.
Thank you, Tracy. And now the weather forecast for the main centers for the next 24 hours. Southern region, isolated showers. Port Moresby, sunny to partly cloudy. Kerma, few showers and possible thunderstorms. Alotau, partly cloudy to a shower or 2. Pomase, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Lae, cloudy with periods of rain showers and drizzles. Medang and Wewak, cloudy with rain showers. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and thunderstorms with some areas of rain. Lorengau, evening rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Kimbe, cloudy with some rain showers and thunderstorms. Highlands, scattered showers and thunderstorms with areas of rain and drizzles and riverine flooding. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorms. Ocean forecast. Coral Sea, seas rough to very rough with southeast winds of 25 to 33 knots, reaching 47 knots at times. Bismarck Sea, seas moderate to rough with south to southeast winds of 20 to 33 knots, reaching 47 knots. Coastal waters forecast. Waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru, to Kiwai Islands to Kerema to Yule Island, to Hood Point to Samarai Islands. Seas 2 to 3 meters increasing, reaching 3.5 meters in gale warning areas. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands, and waters of Finchafen through Vitier Strait to Siesi and Long Islands. Seas 1.5 to 2 meters, increasing to 3 meters along warning areas. Waters of Finchafen through Vitier Strait to Siesi and Long Islands. Seas 1.5 to 2 meters, increasing to 3 meters. Waters of West New Britain, seas 1.5 to 2.5 meters, rising to 3.5 meters at times along its western tip. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.